In the realm of astral projection, you may encounter a strange force I call the future wind. It strikes without warning, pulling you backward or sideways, growing stronger until you're swept away. You might resist, but eventually you're carried over rooftops and into the sky, landing in a different time and place. This isn't a random drift, it's a directed journey into potential futures. Historical accounts, like those of 19th-century mystic Emanuel Swedenborg, describe similar experiences of being transported to other times during out-of-body states. Swedenborg reported visiting other realms and witnessing future events, which he recorded in his spiritual diaries. This suggests the future wind may be a universal aspect of consciousness exploration, a bridge between the present and what lies ahead. Understanding this phenomenon is key to unlocking deeper layers of reality. Once the future wind deposits you, you might find yourself in a mundane setting, a kitchen, a living room, interacting with people you don't yet know. You could be an invisible observer or merge with your future self, seeing through their eyes. This isn't just a random vision, it often depicts an important event, like a natural disaster or a personal milestone. For example, ancient oracles like the Pythia at Delphi would enter trance states to glimpse future events, often describing them in vivid detail. In modern times, near-death experiencers report similar previews of their lives. The key is to remain calm and observe every detail, the colors, the emotions, the people. These elements are clues to the vision's meaning. Write them down immediately, as they fade quickly. This practice sharpens your ability to discern real future events from symbolic ones. Beware, not all future wind visions are literal. Many are symbolic, and misinterpreting them can lead to disastrous choices. Take the example of a vision where you win $18 million in a lottery. You feel the excitement, start buying tickets, and make life decisions based on when the money comes. This is a trap, a cargo cult mentality where you wait for fortune instead of creating it. Historically, cargo cults in the Pacific Islands emerged when natives saw military supplies airdropped during WW2 and mimicked rituals to summon them, often neglecting their own sustenance. Similarly, a symbolic vision can paralyze your initiative. The $18 million might not be a literal win but a signpost. When your local lottery reaches that odd amount, pay attention to other symbols in the vision. Without understanding symbolism, you risk ruining your life. Always approach visions with caution and logic. To decipher a symbolic vision, break it into 5 parts: signposts, symbols, connections, actions, and modifiers. A signpost is a unique detail that dates the event, like an unusual lottery prize. Symbols are objects or settings with deeper meaning, like a broken fridge representing a stalled relationship. Connections link the vision to your life, such as a spouse or friend. Actions show what happens: a goodbye, a walk away. Modifiers refine the meaning, like the direction someone leaves. For instance, in the vision of a broken fridge and a brick wall, the fridge was a signpost, the wall symbolized an obstacle, and the wife's cold goodbye indicated an ending. By analyzing each part, you can predict events with surprising accuracy. This method is similar to how Jungian analysts interpret dream symbols, looking for archetypes and personal associations. I once had a vision where a broken fridge sat in the road before a massive brick wall. My wife stood beside me, said a cold goodbye, and walked away from our home. At the time, we were happily married, so I dismissed it. But a year later, we moved to a new town, and a borrowed fridge sat broken on our porch for 2.5 years. When it was finally collected, my marriage ended within a week. The fridge was the signpost, the wall was the end of our relationship, and her departure symbolized the separation. This taught me that visions can be literal in their timing but symbolic in their content. The sequence matters. The fridge appeared first, then the wall, then the goodbye. By journaling these details, I could see the pattern. This experience reinforced the importance of patience and observation in interpreting astral visions. Symbolism isn't limited to future wind visions, it pervades all clairvoyant experiences. Whether you're seeing auras, receiving telepathic messages, or having prophetic dreams, the mind often translates raw data into symbols. This is because the subconscious communicates in images, not words. In ancient cultures, shamans and mystics use symbols to interpret omens. A raven might mean change, a snake transformation. Without understanding symbolism, you might take everything literally, leading to fear or false hope. For example, a vision of a car crash might not predict an accident but a sudden change in direction. To master this, study common symbols from mythology and your own life. Keep a dream journal and note recurring motifs. Over time, you'll develop a personal lexicon. This skill is essential for safe and accurate astral exploration. When you encounter the future wind, don't panic. First, focus on your intention. Silently ask to understand the vision. Observe your surroundings. Are there familiar objects or people? Note the emotions you feel. They are clues. If you're swept into a scene, try to interact. Ask questions. What is this place? When is this? You might receive answers telepathically. After the vision, write everything down in a journal, including the date and your current life situation. Compare visions over time to spot patterns. Practice grounding techniques like deep breathing to stay calm. Also, set a protective intention before projecting, such as visualizing a white light around you. This helps you remain clear-headed. Finally, share your experiences with a trusted community for feedback. The future wind is a gift, but like any gift, it requires wisdom to use well. Happy exploring.